All right, welcome back to No Rewind.
What up?
Today it's just me and Chad again. So
We big chillin'.
yeah, excited to be back and kind of do just life updates and
Yeah.
reconnect.
Also, you're hearing this on a Monday, which you should know this by now, but we're gonna start posting on Mondays now instead of Wednesdays.
Yeah, you got to
happy Monday.
start your week. Start the week remembering there's no rewind, dog. We're
True.
gonna make the most of this week.
True. Yeah. How's life been?
It's been good. Skyrim is awesome.
Dude, it's actually crazy. So Daniel told me about this game like a long time ago on his like Switch, and at the time I was playing another game, so I didn't really pay much attention. Then I saw you playing it a couple weeks ago. Now I'm addicted.
Dude.
Nikki's addicted.
Skyrim is so fun.
Daniel's
bro.
back on it.
It's taking over again, dude.
It's so good.
Yeah, I played it like addictively when I was in 8th grade. I would play Skyrim and listen to Kid Cudi. So I haven't brought Kid Cudi back.
Okay.
Maybe I will. But
I also like the more we've been talking about, like, I didn't know Marshall loves it. I think there's some other people around town that love it. I'm like, dang, this is like cool.
yeah, Skyrim is...
Marshall already came in clutch. He told me like all these little tricks. I'm like, dang. Okay.
The dude has the whole game memorized.
Yeah.
It's literally like, he doesn't need the map. He's just like, oh yeah, just go this way.
That's amazing. I love it.
Yeah.
But outside of Skyrim, we haven't sat down. We had like a couple week break, but then before that, we had a couple episodes with people. So it's been probably 2 months.
Yeah, Spriggs, Zach, Jordan.
Yeah.
So
outside of Skyrim, what's like a work update?
work update. The biggest thing that we'll jump into is Vessel House.
Yeah.
I think that's like, which Vessel House being a marketing company that Chad and I are kind of pioneering with the hope of being able to do local marketing and help small businesses. Because we just, like, I love small businesses and seeing them grow and succeed.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to be part of other people's journey in
Yeah.
that sense too. So pretty stoked about that. But also, even with that, like, the goal is definitely to learn more and grow. And maybe we'll be doing marketing for large businesses,
Yeah.
you know, so that's pretty exciting to slowly start like chipping away at that and walking into what that looks like. And
Do you just want to dive into that right now, or is there more?
well,
work
we
updates?
can circle back to that. I
Okay.
think the other, like, just vinyl stuff's been,
Yeah.
it's kind of been nice that it's like we don't have a broken dishwasher right now.
True.
Everything's like working right now.
New sandwich.
That's dangerous to say.
New sandwich.
Yeah, the classic muffin
So good.
has been really fun, and like Beth just crushing the
Yeah.
house-made English muffins.
I might
is
go
sick.
get one after this.
Oh, dude, I've been planning on it since 9 a.m. So I literally eat it every day.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
It's hard because I love the Morning Standard so much.
Yeah, no, I actually might get that today.
It's so hard to choose.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, so but that's been fun, and I think like the response to that has been cool, and it kind of is like paving the way for some other things too, just because like having the eggs, and now it's like, okay, throw egg on the avocado toast, you know.
Yeah.
Like we've always needed eggs, and so it just really feels like, all right, we're finally.
Yeah.
Like I've known since day one. It's like, dude, we're a coffee shop without eggs. What's going on? You know? So it just feels like we're kind of reaching what I've wanted us to, which is really cool. Of course, it comes with hurdles, and it's like,
Totally.
okay, we have to learn like what does workflow look like so we can get these things out to the customer and to our friends as quickly as we can.
Yeah.
So that's kind of been an adjustment and stressful, but it's been good. So
It sounds biased, but I love that they don't make you feel bad. Like, it's good food, good quality, and pretty good. Like,
hey, thanks,
not,
bro.
It's like not like the best thing you can
Yeah.
eat, but it's also probably the healthiest thing in town.
Dude, it's a sourdough English muffin.
Yeah.
It's like made with real ingredients,
Yeah.
real starter. Beth feeds her starter. The starter's name is Eve, because Eve is the mother of all the bread. So that's the name of what she said that
it.
yesterday, and I was like, Beth, you're too good.
I love
So that's pretty fun. But it's really that simple. It's like white sharp cheddar cheese. It's really good.
Throw some arugula on there.
Good bacon, and a good egg.
Yeah.
And a house-made English muffin. I feel like, honestly, bread, and we see this all over social media. It's like, I feel like there's a lot of conversations around this, and really since COVID, like during COVID, it was like, all right, I got nothing to do. Let's make sourdough.
Yeah.
Which crazy. COVID started like 6 years ago today, basically. Maybe not today, but like it was like mid-March. And that's
True.
crazy to think that it's been 6 years. Feels like yesterday. But
Bro, we don't need.
I'm happy we can't rewind to that, dude.
True that.
Yeah, that's not fun.
Yeah.
But I think like the source of so much of our like food problems really is just like bad ingredients in the bread.
Yeah.
So you like literally just stuff your digestive system's like, I don't know what to do with this. It's just gonna be gunk in here for a while. It's like, so having that house made bread with like unbleached flour and real sourdough starter, and it's like sourdough is literally like a living thing, which is good for you. So I think it's been pretty cool.
Yeah.
It feels like we're doing something cool.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
That makes me happy.
It's been really cool to see.
Yeah.
Anything else? I feel like so much has
man.
happened. It's hard to like pick and choose what.
Yeah. Just a lot of exciting things.
Yeah.
Yeah. And honestly, there has been, which you know this, but the last couple weeks, just having some space to like unwind.
Yeah.
And it feels therapeutic. And it's like, all right, slow down a little bit.
Yeah.
Like get out of flight or fight mode. And also, so kind of leaning into that in a way, but also wanting to still be like moving forward on things and trying to find that like magical balance.
Yeah. I feel like March is the month to do that.
Oh, the weather, dude.
The weather, but then like February sucks.
Yeah.
In January, you kind of get that high of like, New Year, we're going to do this. And then you get smacked in the face with snow.
Yeah. The misery of February.
And then March is just like, okay, let's chill before summer hits and life gets even crazier.
Yeah. March feels like the month of hope. It's like hope
True.
is restored, dude.
True.
The sun is out. Like, yeah.
You know, tomorrow's supposed to be like 70, and then it's potentially snowing next week.
Yeah. The month of hope. not the month of perfection. So, yeah.
True. No, it's exciting.
Yeah.
I feel like, and there's even some more projects that we were talking about until like dang near midnight last night
Yeah.
that can't speak on, but
Not yet. Yeah. We've got one that we're churring.
But it's like with the things we have built, it's cool to see and see those grow. But we still have some that are in the back pocket.
Yeah. Cooking.
But
yeah, I even think like talking about that, it's like one of the biggest, like we are dreamers who want to build and like see a lot of things come to fruition. And I think something that we're like running into / learning / kind of like questioning, like, can we handle all these things? And even like letting people into that conversation. Like we've got these things that we really want to do and accomplish and like work towards, but also realizing like, are we biting off more than we can chew?
yeah.
And are we dropping the ball on other things to work on these things? And it's like everything has an opportunity cost, and we're kind of like realizing that.
Yeah.
But also learning. And by realizing, I don't mean like, oh, I get it. It's like we're realizing it in like real life.
Yeah.
I don't know. So that's been kind of like an interesting thing that I think it's just going to make us stronger and make us more efficient in what we do. And I think the big thing for me is like building a schedule. Like we talk about it all the time. So letting people into that conversation, even of like, hey, like we're doing all these things and we're struggling to figure out how to make it all make sense, even though it's like
It's hard.
We really want to do it. And it comes from like passion and kind of what we see, the potential we see in this area, and kind of we really want to see it all just come to life.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, learning how to navigate that is a lot. So I think even with that, it's interesting because like we're talking about how we don't have time, and I just said that I'm playing Skyrim and I have time to unwind the last couple weeks.
Hey, it's
But I think it's even just capacity. It's like even if we do have time, it's like I feel spent today because we were working on, the sandwich or spring menu or just something happened at the shop that's like traumatic and now we got to fix that. It's like now I'm spent. So learning how to manage that, and I do think the rest is key too. Yeah. Of like, okay, we did a lot today, we're resting up, and then tomorrow capacity is back rather than running every day at 20%.
Yeah. Totally.
So
just more Skyrim.
Yeah. More Skyrim, dude. Just take it easy.
Yeah.
No, but not seriously. I actually, I'm already kind of like, I'm going to have to pull back on this. But
that's funny. But yeah, good. Anything else?
Man, that's the bulk of it. What about you?
It's been a couple weeks. Yeah, I mean, it's been a really good start to the year. Because I've been wanting, I don't know if we talked about it much, but I'm trying to get out of the weddings as much.
Right. Yeah. I know that.
Those words didn't make sense, but the thought was there. Just trying to step a little outside of that world. Still doing them, still love doing them with Nikki, but just I want to be doing this commercial stuff. So I'm already seeing like things pay off, which is really cool. I've shot more in the last 2 weeks than I think I have in the last 3 months.
Yeah.
Which is exciting, and I feel like I have that spark back of like creativeness, I guess, which is cool.
Yeah.
But it's probably only going to last for another week.
The fear of every creator. It's like, man, I'm doing great.
Yeah.
I'm going to crash soon.
Yeah.
It's like,
But there is a relief since there's like money. And I hate to say that, but like there has been a lot of financial pressure.
Yeah.
Like, and it's cool to finally be like, all right. And I've seen this basically since vinyl opened, but it's just like compounded where it's like, okay, money's coming in, don't have to be stressing as much.
Yeah.
Just like all I have to focus now is like put my head down, do the work that I've already done. Like I have 2 weddings to edit and a couple sessions to edit. And like I know the money has either been paid or it's coming from that work, so I just need to like lock in.
Yeah.
So that's been a huge relief.
Yeah, which is it's a funny thing cuz like when you're creating, the money is just, it's always the worst part. You don't want to think about it.
I hate it.
But you have to. And like, as like one of your clients, it's like, it's good to hear that too. I mean, because you're the people that you work with don't want you to be financially stressed and want you to succeed and want you to have all those things and be able to like have that kind of like peace of mind and knowing like, okay, I don't have to rush this shoot because I know I'm taken care of. So I'm able to like pour into this. But yeah, it's super exciting. I feel like you've had so many cool, like, I mean, just in the last month, it's been like really cool kind of opportunities and even like some conversations about what could this summer might look like or whether it's conversations with Trent and what the Ever agency is doing, which is super cool. Would love to like eventually have him on, let him share a little bit about that. But basically Ever agencies like hospitality, photo, video.
They're crushing it.
Yeah, it's cool doing hotel stuff. So you've talked with Trent a little bit. You've talked with like the new cafe, the Trailer Cafe in Columbus, which is sick.
Cafe Staimanzo.
Yes, sir. And totally takes me back to like the vinyl roots too, just to see that stuff. So it's been cool to watch.
It's been such a blessing, and I think it is just gonna compound and just trying to be diligent with what I've been given now, like because 6 months ago I would have been like dreaming of the spot I'm in now, and I just don't want to like lose that. So but like weddings are still a thing. This last weekend was gnarly. We got our car towed like right before the wedding. We were a little late, and like that's never happened before. And it was like I literally was running through Chicago. I had an air tag on our car, and I was like running trying to find it, thinking it got stolen. I was gonna have to like beat somebody up for a wedding.
Oh man, I didn't realize that you have an air tag on it. And
Yeah.
you were like,
So I just saw it moving, and then we found it. It was like $240. It was the lady. It was so infuriating. I get on the phone. She's on speaker. I didn't tell you this part.
oh god.
And I told her, I was like, oh yeah, like we're photographers. We're late for the wedding. Like I need my car now. And she's like, dang, if I was the bride, I'd be so mad. And Nikki heard that and like popped off. And I was like, really? You're going to say that to me right now? So I just like killed her with kindness because I knew that if we caused a scene with her, she would draw out the paperwork and we'd be even more late. So I killed her with kindness. Ended up working out because we got there. I cut the line and she was able to get me done first. So I was like, okay, like killing with kindness is helpful, but
Cutting the line sucks.
a nightmare.
That sucks.
The lady had been
Everybody-
waiting too.
Everyone's looking
I
at
know.
you, and it's just like. But what do you do?
Yeah.
You
So-
said you've parked in that spot like countless times.
Our
like,
friends have. It's literally like from here to the camera was where the car was parked, from inside the apartment. And
Yeah.
somehow I got snagged.
Did you like get caught in a conversation or something and just was like,
Yeah, I
were
mean,
you like tapping your foot the whole time anyways? You're
No,
like, oh, I gotta go.
we had sat down, like we were chilling, but the blinkers were on.
yeah.
And that's kind of like, hey, I'm not waiting forever. Like I'm just chilling. Like don't tow the car. The blinkers are on. Nope.
Yeah,
I
those
think
companies know that they like if they see an opportunity, it's like I'm gonna make $240.
What also didn't help my case is I backed into the spot. So towing it is super easy because if I pulled in straight, I don't think they would have got me because that's a nightmare to get that out. But I backed in, so all they had to do is
Which probably also is like backing in might not be
maybe.
the legal
I
way to
don't know.
park there, but
It was a
still,
nightmare.
that
Maybe.
sucks. And you're like going to a wedding, and yeah,
It all worked out though. It was great. So,
so stressful though.
but yeah,
In Chicago,
ridiculous.
Dude, I'd be a lost puppy, dude. I'd be like, screw this, give me Chipotle. I'm done with this wedding, dude. I'm
But
not
yeah,
gonna be there.
In the morning started out so good too. Like I literally was like, I don't know how today can get any worse, because it just happened to work out to where we got to see basically everybody except 2 people that were part of Creative Club.
Yeah, you got to reconnect with
Like
the
Steven was in
homies.
town, and like it was such a good morning, and then literally disaster happened. But you know that's life.
Yeah,
But yeah. I guess the other big thing was what we can jump into now is like Vessel House.
yeah. Vessel House. I mean, it's exciting. Like Vessel House is. We've talked about wanting to bring our creative community, like the people that are around us that really enjoy photo, video, business, creating, marketing, just running social media, those things. We've talked about bringing us all together for common goals so many times.
Yeah.
And so
And
it's
then-
exciting. It's going to be a slow thing,
Yeah.
but it's like at least we're starting.
I hope it's not slow, but it probably will be. But
True. Yeah.
I mean, I think it all started because we were approached by several people that were like, "Hey, like, what would this look like?" I know I was approached, and then like you've had conversations, or people approached us, and for the longest time, for a couple weeks, we were thinking about throwing under Vessel Studios,
Yeah.
which is like the thing that you're a part of it, but like that Nikki, you and me kind of created, where it's
Right.
like bringing a photo studio to town. But then I forget why, but that just didn't sit right.
Yeah, we just ran into so many hurdles.
Yeah,
And there were just things I was like, oh man, we didn't think about that.
maybe not.
So,
So
which is inevitable. Like you don't really know you don't know when you're going to run into hurdles.
yeah,
But I used to run into hurdles and get super discouraged.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to lie, I still do. I'm a little soft. So, but I now am able to sometimes run into hurdles and be like, okay, it's not a hurdle, it's like a redirect, which is good.
So I guess, like the biggest hurdle, and if you have one in mind, but for me it was, I didn't want to take something away from what Nikki and I had kind of like dreamt.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to turn it into something where it wasn't like the studio.
Right.
And then I guess another one was like thinking long term, when you break things down on a business level, like with the parent company and all that stuff, like how did that work? Those were my hurdles, but did you have any others?
Yeah, I think I was with you on that in terms of like what makes sense.
Yeah.
And so, and just kind of like having that clarity before we start.
Yeah.
That way it's like everyone kind of knows what's happening.
Yeah.
Versus when it's confusing and it's like, oh, am I not a part of what I thought I was a part of? Or is this a project for this or this? And it's like, now I feel like we just have clarity. So it's like Vessel House is a marketing agency, group, company, team. I don't know. We don't really love the word agency. It feels scary. It's like, but really, I think the main thing is like we want to help businesses grow and succeed through marketing, digital media, integrating that marketing. And that stuff is really exciting to us. And so it's like now we have a home for us to do that, which is Vessel House. But then with that, like still Vessel Studio is a photo studio with you and Nikki. And I'm excited to see that kind of
falls underneath.
Yeah.
But it's still like its own thing, but will still be that.
Yeah, they coexist and they do well.
And the name is Vessel, so it's like, I don't know. Why did we stick with Vessel? I like the name, but
I really do think like when it's the color of the paint in this room. But no, I think when you are branded. And I feel like it really is just a word that kind of captures what you do and kind of your heart behind what you do. And it's like being the vessel to accomplish something like, we're kind of like the bridge the gap people. So, and we get to be that for what they're doing. It's super cool. I think the word just makes sense. We're the vessel and it's your vision, man. That's sick.
I love it.
And that's honestly kind of just is a good like reminder for us too.
Yeah.
Because it keeps you in a position of serving the person you're working with. So that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, you could take it in so many different ways too. Like even it's like a good reminder just to how we live spiritually, Right. There's layers to it. But
there's a lot of layers to it. And I think it just makes so much sense for kind of the heart of
So let's break down that day.
Yeah.
So we hadn't really talked business stuff in a couple weeks.
These are the best days. This is how everything good happens. This day we're talking about.
Last week or a week and a half ago?
It was, almost 2 weeks.
Okay.
It was on a Wednesday, I think.
I will say, like, getting a call.
Yeah. Hold on, ready? Yo, bro, I'm filming a No Rewind. Hey, say hi real quick. Just say hi to the...
Hi, guys.
That's all you get. Yeah, dude. I'm on camera, so I'll talk to you later. All right. Bye. That's old Justin Robinson.
That's funny.
He would have told me if it was an emergency, but he didn't. So we can keep rolling, baby.
We hadn't talked in a couple weeks, and I definitely realized after this day, I was like, it doesn't have to be every day, every week, but like if we have to like lock in, we just need to like pick a day and lock in.
Right.
But so we started the meeting talking about other things, and then I think it just naturally flew into this direction.
Yeah, because we were well, first of all, we were like, hey, we need to touch base on just everything that we're doing. No Rewind, the podcast, everything. And I was roasting. Yeah. And there's I love roasting. There's something about it that's like so therapeutic. So again, like the birth of No Rewind was during a roasting day. Yep. And then I was like, well, I got to roast, and that's like time where I can kind of shut everything off and just be present, and like I can be roasting, and then once I kind of get my flow roasting, I'm able to like really think and do other things, which is super cool. So I was flowing on the roaster, felt good, and we were up here just talking about everything and catching up on the last couple weeks, and then we were like, man, we really need to get the ball rolling with this. So Yeah.
Yeah, so we decided to not go Vessel Studio route with that name, but we liked Vessel, and then we just, like No Rewind, we just did random name generation in our minds. Honestly, we didn't use any, which it's not that hard, but we didn't use any like apps or anything. And then Vessel House stuck. I love getting domains. I got that from Steven. Like, he has a bajillion domains, so I also like getting domains because
You just
fun.
gotta grab them.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's fun. It sucks to pay for them.
It's like $20
but
a year.
if you can get the domain,
Yeah.
it's like that always feels like, to me, I'm like, the Lord is here, dude.
Yeah.
That was affirmation, bro.
To me, that feels like
just
you really have the business.
yeah.
If you can get that and email. And then I guess Instagram. But we got all three.
Yeah, and it's crazy because that isn't always the case. Yeah. You think you have a name, and then you go to get the domain, and it's like even the .co is taken, and you're like, oh man, this world's got like 7 billion people. Of course, one of them took it. It is crazy. Yeah,
Squarespace. This isn't sponsored, but like, I love Squarespace, dude.
Squarespace,
it's my favorite.
GoDaddy, I still like GoDaddy too. Yeah, for domains, it's nice. But I mean, it just flowed. Like we were like, what about Vessel House? And actually, I think that was you who threw the idea of Vessel House out, and we were kind of bouncing other things. Yeah. But you hit that, and it was like, oh, that feels good. Yeah. And then got the domain
because we really wanted to have a website of like proof of concept. Although we don't have like a ton of like the commercial work, which we need to add to, but like we just needed a landing page, and especially for people like in our community and even Columbus, like that is huge if you just kind of have the landing page. So
yeah, and even with that, it's like we know we can do this, and so it's like I'm excited to see what customers are willing to take a chance on us, and see kind of what the results are. Yeah. And because you said like we don't have tons of commercial work, and that is true. But with vinyl and kind of my past experience of the past 5 years and knowing what it's like to be in a business that I'm like, I mean, in February of 2022, within our first like 6 months, I remember just being like, dude, how are we going to make it? Yeah. So I've been there, and with you, all of your photo experience in Chicago weddings and making like I think that's part of the charm with your photos. It's like, it's warm and inviting. And I think that is like what gets lost in kind of like small business commercial things. It can be cold, sterile, or just like, here's our product. When like the heart of most business owners is so much deeper than that. And so that's where it's like, we know we're just really like, we can do this. Like we feel like kind of primed to do it. But the website, even doing that, like it's just crazy. Like if I were to sit down by myself and I maybe you would say the same, but if we were like by ourselves working on a website, it doesn't quite happen that fast. But it's like there's something about when you and I work together. Definitely. It's like when we hit that flow state,
things just click.
It really clicks. Quickly. Yeah.
It is crazy. That day definitely, like I already kind of knew that we did, but that day I was like, whoa. Yeah. Because so we came up with the name, we got everything. I built like all the ads with Squarespace are like build a website in 15 minutes. Kind of did. Yeah. It took a little more than 15 minutes, but the general idea was there. We picked the color, the main theme, which is orange, which I really like. I think it's funky and fun. Yeah. And then we built the whole page.
Yeah, by the end of the day, we had a brand.
Literally.
And that is...
Shout out to Nikki for the bios in the main picture.
Yeah. We couldn't write our own bios. But it is like, wow, man. Like if in 2019, I could have never done that. Yeah. I like the vinyl stuff. I was like, it took months just to kind of get... I mean, it took months just to get the name. Yeah. And then with the name, it was like, what does brand do? I had no idea. Yeah. I was a 21-year-old kid. Yeah. And so it's crazy to think that we went from that where it's like, I should say where I went from that, and then now where it's like we're able to kind of make decisions quickly that we think are good, and we kind of know the goals, and it's like, so why did we choose the color orange, and what all went into that. It's like we actually really are intentional with those things, but we're able to be intentional quickly, which is like, oh wow, I used to take 6 months to do this, and we did it in a day, and it feels right. And I think even just it for me, it was like, this was cool because I was just like, wow, I don't know how we did this. Like, and then I looked at it, I was like, man, like these past 5 years have been a season of growing and learning, and like learning the filter, learning when like learning to trust when you know something's right. And it's like, oh, that's cool. But yeah, I mean, by the end of the day, we had a rough logo.
Which I like it. You made it.
Yeah.
Great.
I like it. It's
Very simple.
Tucker, let's get lunch. So,
where you at, dog?
Yeah. But rough logo that I do like what it is. And that's crazy because I've definitely never done that in a day. I've actually never done that at all. But somehow it just kind of popped up and I was like, dude, that would be cool. And we were able to do it.
Even down to the orange with all the gear.
Yeah.
Like literally
Hold on.
6 months ago, we invested, me and Branson and Spriggs. We all went in and invested in like a whole setup of lights and gear. And we just chose orange. I think I was just like, oh, orange is cool. It's like, it sets apart from other gear I've seen.
Well, it felt fun.
Yes.
And I think something we talk about all the time is the intimidation of the camera. Yeah. And just the feeling like it's not as approachable. And I think we both deal with this, and it's like, and it's not a brag. It's something that we don't love, which is the fact that some people view us as intimidating. Yeah. Which is like totally fair. I mean, we literally got a vinyl review. The Facebook one that was like, yeah, there's a guy in there with a man bun.
Don't even work at vinyl.
He was just kind of intimidating. So and he was just hanging out. Like, this was before he helped with socials or anything.
This was at the old
so
shop.
it's just, we both deal with that, and it's like, it's honestly feels like a curse. Yeah. And it's like, I want to be approachable, and I want to know people around me, and I think that's something that we have both kind of worked on. Like, how do we be more approachable? Yeah. Whether it's literally just through like a soft smile to someone you haven't met yet. But it is something that like I just know as like, I remember getting on camera and just being like so nervous to talk. So I think having these fun elements of like this bright, positive, like energetic orange, that's like, this is fun, you know? And
it's crazy how it just kind of worked out that way.
Yeah, and then the color, we weren't even thinking it. Like, we didn't even think about the sandbags, and it's also like the tape on our gear. We didn't even think about that when we built the website, and then it clicked later. But I mean, by the end of the day, we had a pretty strong landing page website that I think really captured our heart and vision. We had a photo that we shot that day on the website. We had, I don't know, it was just crazy. The flow state was real, and kind of the clarity and direction was real.
Yep. And we already have a shoot in the works, which is crazy.
Yep. Yeah. And then, which I'm stoked about too. Yeah. Like, we're not going to disclose who the customer is on today, but he's a great person. Yeah. And I really want to help see him kind of walk in his vision and continue to grow. Yep. And so I'm excited about what that can be.
And then I have a meeting today with somebody in Columbus that, you know, hopefully we can. Did it stop recording?
No, we're set. We're good.
Okay.
Yeah. We're always stressed about this. No.
But have a meeting today, hopefully, to get that down the road as a vessel client. I know one thing for me that's interesting, and this is just like full transparency that we'll have to navigate, but like, for me, like, what's going to be vessel and what's going to be mine. Right. I know that sounds dumb and like selfish, and that's not what I mean.
But like, it's not. And I think that's like, people understand that. Yeah. Like, you've been working towards this outside of Vessel House as well. Yeah. So,
that'll just be an interesting thing to navigate, and that's just part of the growing pains, and not even growing pains, just the growth of building something like this that is very much intertwined with everything else.
Yeah, and it's always risky.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think like the relationship and the ability to communicate and like we're like we can get intense conversation. Like we'll disagree on something, but we're able to talk about it and like play Skyrim 5 minutes later. And that's like I think the ability to disagree with each other and just hash it out and keep going. And like, I mean, even last night, there was a part of what we were talking about that I was like, no, we can do this. That's not too much. And you're like, dude, I'm telling you. It's like,
I was definitely being a little hesitant.
Yeah. But I think part of like, even what the past 5 years has done and past probably 5 years for you too, of working with other creatives and being in these conversations where it's like, it's the devil's advocate is good.
Angel's advocate.
Angel's advocate's even better, baby. But
we started calling it that.
Yeah, the devil's advocate is gross. It's like I don't want to advocate for that guy. But it's I think part of us growing and our ability to communicate is looking at those conversations as a good thing. Because I'd rather, and we even with this subject, I feel like I hate being vague.
It's fine.
It'll be out there soon. But, well, I don't know how to define soon, but it'll be out there.
It'll be out there sometime.
But in the midst of that conversation, like it's good because I want us to know the scope. You know, and I think that's part of what we've learned through kind of going into something and then it being bigger than we thought it would be. Yeah. I mean, putting the roaster in, it ended up costing, like 10% more than I thought it would, which that 10% was a lot because I just didn't have the 10% more. And so, you know, we've really learned that. And I think it's good that we have those conversations and have space for those and can have those and then can like literally not blow up on each other in the midst of them. Like we're just continuing this back and forth and like not arguing, but debating, disagreeing, working through it.
And also just knowing when and where to do that.
Oh, 100%. Time and place, baby.
Like last night, definitely I was like, I feel like I just had some reservations. And the overall project I don't have reservations on, but just a couple of the like tangents.
The approach, the plus or minus.
Yeah. But like, you know, there was other times, like there was another time yesterday where I wasn't going to share that. Or just like, how important is it really? And it's the same for you, like me. It's like, when I've talked about doing stuff for vinyl, you've had reservations, and that just like, that's good. It's a good like, balance.
And it's cool that we can be open and honest in that.
Yeah.
And I think it's cool to experience because it's like we are getting to a place where we can share those things immediately. Yeah. Because you know how it is. Sometimes it's like you hesitate. And you're like, well, maybe, and then it's not until the next day that you're like feel safe to be like, nah. Yeah. But we're at a place now where we can just be like, I don't think that's it. Yeah. And you can say that to me, and that's really a special thing. Yeah. You know.
I think that's what's really helped those days that just like click because we have that full honesty.
Yeah.
Can be.
Yeah, and I mean, last night we literally talked. I think it was like 7 p.m. to midnight. We were talking about everything. That. I mean, I think it was maybe 11:30 because I called Haley. Like
I know, but I think we started earlier.
Oh, okay, yeah. So,
whatever.
But man, it was good.
Yeah.
And at the end of the night, it was like, I feel like it did help us align. Yeah. And that's cool. So I forget even how we got to this tangent. Usually I can circle back, but
no, I think we were just talking about Vessel and like that building it that day, and then just growth, like with clients and like what to take on personally, right? What to take on with Vessel. I think the other thing is like we don't want this just to stay us.
No.
Like we have a group
that's literally the most exciting part.
Want to bring on, and like I mean Justin's one of them, and like we want to be creating a place for them to grow and learn.
Justin who called, by the way.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
And just teach and not like we're better than by any means, but just creating opportunities for our friends and for them to help us, but then we can also help them. So,
yeah, it's literally something that we talk about and dream of all the time. It's always like, man, if we could just work together. And like for me, and I think this is something that I've had to kind of learn like a healthier balance with. But I do love creating opportunity for people. There's just something so special about it, especially I dream of a day that we can create opportunities for the people that we love around us that really bring a lot of value to their life. And honestly, like, I think for me, it comes from the people that have shared the value they've built with me. You know, like Frank. He has shared so much of his life experiences, and he has changed my life. And the list of friends that, you know, have shared their value with me, that makes me want to do the same. And be able to like put people on my shoulders and take them somewhere and be like, here, dude, like. And
that's what you've done with vinyl. It's what we hope to do with Vessel House. Like, I couldn't agree more.
That's honestly, really cool. I think my number one driver. Number one is like, of course I want to provide for my family, myself. Like, I want to be at a place where I feel like I can be a husband, a dad, all those things. And that's really hard to do, especially in today's market as an entrepreneur in a small town. But it is doable. And it's like, this small town is capable of these things. And that's part of what we want to share. But I think, like, of course those things matter to me too. But my main driver, when I think about building Vessel House, I think my main driver is like, if we could get it to this point, then we could help this friend go full-time photo. And then like, imagine what that will look like 10 years from now. Even if that means they leave Vessel House, but maybe Vessel House will be what bridges the gap for this guy to pursue his like ultimate dream. And that is literally like, I think about it all the time, and almost at a fault sometimes where I'm like, because I feel like I've sometimes, and I've learned a little bit about not doing this, but I'm able to create false hope. And that's terrifying to me. I don't want to be like the false hope guy.
But I think that's where you and I balance each other out.
We totally do. Yeah. And I think that like,
because I am definitely a worst case scenario person all the time. And that's my issue. So it's a balance of being realistic, but then also like, you're the dream sender.
Dream big, baby. But so it's like, it's a weird thing. It's like, I don't want to create false hope, but I don't want to doubt what we can do. Always this.
You ever see Parks and Rec?
Dude, I've heard so much about Parks and Rec, and I've never watched it.
So
I know.
I can't remember their names right now, but I can't believe I'm just remembering this. The girl Leslie, she marries the dude Ben, I think, but he has this relationship with this other guy. Why can't I remember the names? But the other guy is like, let's do this, be happy, all this stuff, and then Ben walks in, and he's the like, no, this is terrible, blah blah blah, and like that's kind of us. Yeah, that's funny.
But it's literally like putting silver in the fire, though, and like and it just refines the silver, and with this idea that we are ultimately going to share and can't wait to, that we're being very vague about right now, which is, I hate being that way on a podcast, but we got to protect it right now. So hopefully that's exciting for you guys, because like, if it must be good if they won't tell us yet.
I wonder how many texts we're gonna get.
Yeah. But where was I going? I don't know.
But I'll jump in while you think. I think the beauty of how this all works as well is that we each have our own thing.
Totally. Yeah.
And we're able to survive, pay the bills on our own thing, but then feed into this thing, this main goal, these main goals. And I think that's just the way this is going to succeed.
Which
for
literally,
everybody that's involved to have their own thing, and then they can feed into it. That way there's not the...
And the magic of that is because I have vinyl as my main kind of thing, and the music, the consistency there, I'm able to share the value of Vessel House.
Yes.
And that's like, I think that's the magic part too. It's like, we are in a place where we are able to share the value. So if, where we're not robbing the people like that are helping us.
Yeah.
And so that's what's so exciting about it.
Yeah.
Man, I was going somewhere earlier, and I
I'm
totally.
sorry, I probably derailed it.
No, it's okay. It was derailed anyways. So that was the derailed. That was my band in high school. That was the
Really?
name. Yeah,
That's funny.
derailed, man, because we hung out on the railroad all the
Okay.
time. Like
That's a good name. I like
I
that.
was a silly kid, dude. I would save my quarters, walk all the way down High Street, cross the old railroad bridge to.
Oh, that bridge.
Yeah, oh yeah, dude. Get the Little Caesars, dude, with our quarters and eat it on the bridge. Those were iconic times. We should do that soon.
Okay.
But no, I forget where I was going. But I'm stoked about everything
Yeah.
going on. I'm stoked about Vessel House.
Overall,
It's cool.
things just like, and the Lord has those seasons where like things are not good and then they're good. And right now, it just kind of feels like a little bit of an in between, but maybe leaning a little on the good side.
Yeah, light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah,
And
we hope.
to be honest, I think it's been a long tunnel.
Yeah.
Last year, I think for both of us was a lot harder than we expected.
Yeah, last
Building
year was brutal.
101 was, I mean,
Yeah.
it was a long tunnel. It was a lot of work, a lot of thinking, which is like so draining.
Yeah.
Financial pressure, stress. You jump into being a husband. It was last year your first full year as
First
a husband.
full year.
So,
Great
yeah,
year.
and
but just
it was
hard one.
good year, but hard and
Yeah.
refining, and like a year that I'll forever reflect on and that I'm super grateful for.
Yeah.
Like I'll never look at 101 and not think of 2025. You know,
Yeah.
it was an amazing thing, but it was hard.
Yeah.
It was financially the most stretching thing I've ever done. And I still feel the weight of that today, but we're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel,
Yeah.
and it's so exciting. And it's like in the month of hope,
Yeah.
we're like, all right,
Yeah.
the sun is out, dude. It's ripping, baby.
Not
So-
today.
Oh yeah. It's coming out today, like 4 p.m.
Really?
4 p.m. something like
Okay.
that. Motorcycle time, baby.
I hope.
So,
But
but
yeah.
yeah, this is. I feel like we really talked a lot. I hope
Yeah.
you guys were able to soak it up with us. We're excited to like just let all this stuff go
Yeah.
and like be in it.
Yeah.
And honestly, like we hope that it can bring a lot of value to our local community. We hope that it can bring value to people all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Vessel House is something that's not just a Washington Courthouse thing. It's
Yeah.
Columbus, Cincinnati. You could literally, if you're an online business, send us product. Like we can do all that
Yeah.
stuff. So it's exciting for that, and I think the thing that we're being vague about and discreet about, I'm excited about kind of the civic good that I think it can do and the impact that I think
Yeah.
it can make. So
Yeah.
yeah,
We'll get there. We'll get there one day.
I hope we don't seem too tired today. We were up so late talking last night, dude.
No.
It was good.
It's
But
all good stuff, though.
Yeah.
But yeah. I don't
So-
know who we're going to have on next. We need to figure that out.
We don't know who? Yeah, so if you are still here, drop in the comments what we should talk about next, who we should bring on next.
Yeah.
Throw some suggestions out there. We want No Rewind to be community too.
Yeah.
So
Honestly, we could have Daniel back. and talk
Spriggs
about post-album.
post-record, dude.
Yeah. Maybe we
100K
could try to do that.
listens in a week.
That's crazy.
Dude's a legend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks
that'd
for
be sick.
watching.
Yeah.
Have a good rest of your Monday.
We
Or
love
whenever
you.
you're listening.
We love you.
Yeah. Love you guys. Talk soon. Bye. Nice.